Hey friends, Susie Davis here, and we are back with my sweet friend Katie here at Galleria BMW. And today's talk is very different than any other thing. Today was an education segment, and it's called Tariff Talk. So let's go ahead and peel the Band-Aid off, and let's talk everything tariffs and what BMW is doing. So before we get started, let's talk about what's real and what's in the news, because those are two different things. Katie, would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, gosh, what I love about BMW and their brand is they've already been ahead of it before it's been all plastered all over the news. But let's talk about how exciting it is to have the automotive world on the news every day. That's not something that happens every day.
No, it is definitely the talk of the town and the world.
So I think it's also, one thing is I want to let everybody know that we're handling it with transparency and clarity, and to reach out, because we are living in an uncertain time. And there's a lot going on right now that we don't know.
Okay, speaking of uncertainty, when this first came out, there was a deadline attached to it. Let's talk about that deadline.
Originally, BMW put out on May 1st that they were going to absorb a lot of that tariff percentage that was increased with the MSRP of the vehicle. So with that being said, they were going to absorb that additional cost, and I love that because it gave shoppers a time. It was at that time about a 2-month window to shop, so they didn't have to necessarily pay the extra wages. But right now, guess what? There is a pause on everything.
That's good news, right?
That is good
Pause.
news.
Slow down, my friends. Take a moment and breathe, right? So let's talk about inventory that is in stock on a car lot and versus ordered inventory, because you guys do a lot of customization here.
We do,
So
because
let's
we
talk
want to
about
be
that.
as unique as you. That's actually one of the BMW taglines, is being as unique as you. One thing is, everything on the ground is going to be what it's listed at on the ground as of right now. Like I said, with every day changing, bear with me, tomorrow might be a different situation, but as of right now, everything on ground is going to be the sales price. Now, if you are ordering a vehicle, we can't promise anything, but we can give you that expectation of we will do what the world is doing, with pricing and stuff.
Well, you know what, to give you viewers an example of what that may look like in our everyday, when you go to a restaurant and like lobster may be at market price, right? Those are the exact same things that we're talking about if we're comparing things that we're used to seeing those types of concepts with already. We see it on menus in restaurants. We see it when maybe
it's just a change.
It is. Things, we're in a season, a lot of fluctuation. There's a lot of businesses, we have local. So what about if you diminish your inventory? Like, are you guys looking to, that's not gonna change what's on your car lot, right?
No. We always live in an uncertainty with the automotive industry. Let's bring up COVID, for instance. That changed the world drastically with the part shortage and everything, but we always have a plan in place, or we move forward with it, and that's what I love about our team here, is we always come up with a plan and we go for it. And we're always here to help at the end of the day. We really want to help anybody who is in need for a vehicle or anything in the automotive industry.
What is a tip that you would give the viewers right now with purchasing a vehicle?
That's a good one. I feel like there's so many. We're gonna have to nitpick here.
Just your top tip, Katie.
Right now, if you are even close to thinking about being in the market, I highly suggest going to get the value of your vehicle appraised right now, because right now there is an increase in pricing for pre-owned inventory because there is uncertainty. And right now, warranties and maintenance is included on BMWs. That is something that we are known for, which is a huge value in itself. But with that being said, you don't have to pay that extra price, and we know that here right now today.
Okay, well, that's a great tip. Give me another one.
Another one, first off, they need to come see me, period.
Come get the Katie Z experience. And if you've watched any of our segments that we've done with Katie already, she's got a very specific thing. It's not just you, but it's the BMW experience.
It's a feeling like no other.
Yes. So let's talk about, just besides coming to see you and doing that, what are some other tips that you would recommend tariff focused?
So just keep in mind that the market changes, and if you are thinking about it, call, ask quickly. Not giving you like too much of a sense of urgency to do that, but with a sense of urgency, just because we know what's going on today and we don't know what's going on tomorrow. And I would just call and ask questions. If you have those questions, don't hesitate to ask.
So as of right now with this topic, what are some of the questions that you've had to answer from your existing clientele or people who are calling you and asking you that they want to come purchase a vehicle?
Right now it actually makes sense for a lot of people, and I'm not just saying that. But it actually makes sense for them because not only is car prices going to go up, so is parts prices are going to go up, and that also means warranty prices and maintenance costs and stuff like that is going to increase too. So a lot of people are choosing right now to lock in, if anything, the low interest rates that we have right now and special programs that we have right now from BMW, which is a lot higher than most other brands that we serve here.
Okay, now like keeping on the news versus real talk, what is something else that you're hearing that when people are coming in that you feel like you're having to answer and shift how they perceive it?
There's almost fear. There's like this fear.
That's a good word.
Right now, that because of the uncertainty and how we handle it is, like I said earlier, with transparency and clarity and getting you that information as soon as we know it and sharing it with you either on social media, kind of like what the news does, but you know, at least if you're seeing someone you've worked with or that reaches out to you on the phone or you've had a personal connection with or anything, it's easier hearing that information from them because you know it's a source you can trust.
Well, you know what I love is that when she talks about social media and whatnot, Katie, actually the topic of this topic came up from me watching something that you personally did on your Facebook page. And I thought that that was really great of you to share that information. I remember when I was in a season of COVID doing the same thing in the wedding world, you know, just giving people that, you know, that chance to just kind of take a deep breath and not live in fear of the unknown, because there's a lot of unknowns and uncertainties. So what's the good news, Katie?
The good news is it is not in effect right now, so come see me ASAP.
You know, so my friends, if you're interested in a BMW, if you're interested in even a car that may not be a BMW that's on your lot, come visit Katie Zazzara here at Galleria BMW in D'Iberville. And whether you walk in or you schedule an appointment with Katie, come experience that. Or if you have any questions, this is a great time to give a call to Katie and the team here at BMW and allow them to answer those in an educated way instead of a media way. Thanks, friends.